So one of the things I've noticed about Minnesota and Minnesota State Moorhead is the people are really good, extremely competent, bright, but also very humble, to the point where we need to actually tell our story a little bit louder, how good we are.
Minnesota State University Moorhead will officially install Dr. Tim Downs as its 12th president in a ceremony during MSUM's homecoming week. Dr. Downs took office on July 1st, 2023.
I mean, we have outstanding faculty. We have staff and programs that just do an outstanding job helping students find their way forward. You know, whether it's a psychological factor, an academic factor, a social issue, they do an awesome job. So we need to start to tell the story louder so people have a greater appreciation for who we are as a regional university that has bachelor's, master's, and a doctoral program. And we're feeding the workforce. And when they get hired, people say, wow, that's a great young professional. Mm-hmm. So we got to tell our story a little bit louder so people know how good we are. Not to be obnoxious, but so people have just an enhanced appreciation for who we are. So I totally backed into higher education because when I was getting my doctorate at Oklahoma, I realized I like working with students, I like teaching, I like being in a university environment. Maybe this is my career path. So I totally backed into it, just like a big old truck, you know, and the beeper. No plan. But then when I went into higher ed, I realized I like working with students, but then I also like working as an administrator. So then I started to migrate more and more administration duties. And then one day I looked at my wife, we were still dating, and I said, I think I want to do this administration thing full time. She's like, really? She's like, what? I said, I want to be a university president. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, go for it. So that started the journey, you know, and but it was just learning to believe in yourself. I had tough times in school. I wasn't always a good student. In fact, I failed first grade because I was mostly blind in one eye and dyslexic.
Really?
Yeah. But I learned to read and figured out learning was fun, and suddenly all of a sudden I'm a learner. I always tell students, you know, even at the darkest day when you feel like you're failing or it's just not going right, just take a deep breath and you'll figure it out. You know, believe in yourself. Now, in order for it to work, just ask for help. It's okay. You know, I tell students, you know, of some of my failures, and they're like, really? You're the president? Like, I'm not a genius. I just kept working. And I decided this is what I wanted to do. I had belief in myself. I asked for help from my colleagues, from my mentors, from my dean when I was a faculty member. And they said, okay, I'll help you. And these are people that I call every once in a while, and I thank them. I called my dean every once in a while, and he's 87 years old and still writing books. And I'll just say, Bobby, thank you. Thank you for giving me a shot. And he just says, you know, no, you earned it. I'm like, no, you gave me a shot. You gave me a window where I could prove myself. And he goes, it worked out okay. I go, well, so far today it's working out okay, Bobby. And, you know, but that's what we do in education. That's what we do if you're in social services, if you're K-12 educator. You got to believe in people and teach them to believe in themselves. And if that happens, there's a lot of magic that happens in higher ed.